And I took up this old dusty solution, I think, houseboats or floating house. It used to be, some decades ago, the living for the poor. What I did, I changed it into something more sexy, floating pavilion. And, well, it was not just me who called it sexy. During my graduation, already I flew up and down to Shanghai to talk with the World Expo Committee for 2010 to see maybe we could build this there. And as a young student, I was very enthusiastic about that. The university was supporting me. The municipality of Rotterdam was supporting me because maybe they could build this at the expo to show their own city. All went very well until this difficult question came to me: who's going to pay for it? I was at that time a student. I didn't know anything about money. I didn't know architects were getting money for anything, are we? And who's going to build for a building? I did not really have any answer on that question. But then I realized the municipality of Rotterdam was very enthusiastic about this thing. Why would the city build this building in Shanghai? Why wouldn't they build it in their own city? And actually that's what happened. In 2010, my pavilion got finished. Of course, there came another budget cut. From 5 balls, it went to 3 balls. I lost 2 of my balls in that process. But I think it's quite an accomplishment that something like this got built, which used to be my graduation project. It's the icon of climate adaptation for Rotterdam, because they also have their own vision on climate adaptation and reusing the space in their old harbors. It's about 1,000 square meters large, 12 meters up. And after I finished this, it was time to start up more things. What will be my next step on it? After one building, what will be the next? This is the view from my office in Rotterdam. I can see a busy skyline with a lot of tall buildings. But now some more buildings are finished already. And quite an empty harbor. These are those old harbors. And those old harbors are quite common around the world. The harbors are too small for the big ships nowadays. They're in the city environment next to houses, so you can't put much industry there. So what can you do with those harbors? I came up with the idea, why don't we make a small Venice in there? Houses, floating houses, safe from flooding, because it floats in a sustainable way. And some nice architecture. And I see this as an interesting solution. So it's not just for Rotterdam, but also think here about Tainan. Tainan used to be a harbor town. It still has a harbor. Maybe this is a nice place to put it there. I'm also talking about Keelung or Kaohsiung, big harbor places. And they are also in a redevelopment phase and need to work on the image. This can be an interesting way to show what they are and what they can do. And I think it can be very interesting. You can have your car at your door, you can have your boat at your door. There are no construction sites here, because you build the house at another location and you just ship it in it all on its place. So there's no noise of construction and other stuff. It can be quite a lovely thing, just in the center of a lot of cities. What else I've been working on? Floating houses can do a lot. Look at those houses, the big houses for some rich people. You can see a column in the middle. And along the column, the house can rotate to get optimal sunlight. Or maybe when it's too hot, you can block your back to the sun. My client was not really interested in the sun or electricity and sustainability story. I sold it to him. You see the red lady? When she walks by, you can move your house to get a better view on her. Whatever it takes to convince the client for me. But it's not just houses I'm thinking about. How about agriculture? Isn't agriculture taking more space than cities on the planet? And it's a common misunderstanding that plants actually need soil to grow on. Plants grow on nutrition, fed by and by water. And if you make greenhouses like this, you can have a yield easily 20 times higher per square meter than you would build conventional agriculture. And it doesn't take any space on the land. We're using the sea or the water now. You can imagine this is quite technical and difficult to actually realize that. I've been working on this for a couple of years. And I'm working on technologies to make this product more sustainable and more low cost and feasible. And actually working, of course. I got some patents on it. And already I can see there are a lot of cities and places around the world where the ground prices are very expensive, landfills are not a good solution, and this is already a very feasible solution. And it's a very interesting business case to make land out of water, as you may can imagine.